After recovering from the damage caused by the Mongol invasion, Islam continued to be embraced by people in their multitudes. In the 15th century, Constantinople was conquered, and the last stronghold of the Byzantine Empire rested in Muslim hands. In the 16th century, the Islamic State swept across southern and eastern Europe, carrying Islam to its people. Millions in Albania, Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, and other areas embraced Islam. After the siege of Vienna in 1529, Europe formed alliances to stop the Khilafah's expansion into Europe. It was at this point, when the Muslims almost took Vienna, that the Crusader animosity towards Islam and the Caliphate was revived, and plans were hatched to deal with what became known as the Oriental Problem. The Crusades were one example of many, where the Europeans attempted to destroy the Caliphate militarily. Having failed to do so, they turned to another strategy. It was clear to them that the only way to stop the advance of the Muslims was to weaken the source of their strength, the Islamic Aqidah, and thus to cause the collapse of the Islamic State from within. The sowing of poisonous concepts, such as nationalism, saw these ideas slowly take root through Western agents disguised as missionaries involved in the field of science and humanitarian aid. These missionaries consisted of British, French, and American agents who aimed at distancing the Muslims away from the correct understanding of Islam by inserting doubt and conjecture into their minds. Chief among these plans was the arousal of nationalistic feeling, so that the people began to identify as Persians, Arabs, and Turks instead of Muslims. The first missionary center was thus established in Malta towards the end of the 16th century. Such centers, however, had a minimal effect until the 18th and 19th centuries, when the Islamic decline began to perpetuate. The American mission penetrated the entire region of Ash-Sham by 1834. The British and American Protestant missionaries established their centers in Syria in the year 1839. The Syrian Protestant College, now the American University of Beirut, was established in the year 1866. Other societies included the initially clandestine Al-Jamia Al-Limia Al-Surya, or the Syrian Scientific Society, which was formed in 1857, and the Ottoman decentralization parties such as Al-Qahtahiyya, Al-Fatat, and Al-Ahad. These organizations and others were able to carry the Arab nationalist torch, whose sparks were spread among the Arab masses, where the Christian missionaries further inflamed religious divisions, which resulted in serious disturbances between the Christians and the Druze, eventually engulfing and involving the Muslims of the Islamic State.